Jags fans, let's go. We are under the gun, week 4, ready to go. And if you're sitting there thinking, listen, I'm off the Jags train, this show is not for you. We are the last of the Mohicans. We still have faith in this team, and we are going to look at some things that the Jags need to do to win this game. We got some film loaded up. We got some Falcons film loaded up, ready to go. I want to get to all of your comments. This is a fan show, so I want to get to as many comments as possible. Listen, the Tuesday shows are film breakdowns, right? That's for the normies, right? The Friday night show, that's for the degenerates like you and me. You would have known this show was going live if you followed me on Twitter and or Instagram, so make sure that you do. It's not that hard. Everyone's on their phone 24/7, so go follow the social media. Here's what else you can do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps. Hit the notification bell. And if you're like, Jags United, I do all that stuff already. Listen, first of all, I love you. Second of all, go tell another Jags fan about the greatest Jags show that's twice a week that's on YouTube. We're Tuesdays and Friday nights, especially during the season. And we are ready to go. We always shout out the first people in the chat because you know what? The first people in the chat, they're diligent about being here, and I appreciate that. And that was Sea Breacher, and Sea Breacher says, yo. And not only was he the first one in the chat, he was the first channel member in the chat. And Sea Breacher's got a pretty entertaining Instagram meme account that deals with me. We're going to get to that in a minute. I do want to look at a little PFF, not a lot of PFF. I know you PFF haters out there are getting mad. Just a little PFF, some film, and then we'll get to that. Charlie Boy says, what's up? Nolly Full Cab, who's usually the first channel member in the chat, got beat tonight, but he spams the Blake Bortles emojis. He can do that because he's a channel member. That dude Evan says, let's go. I caught a live. Listen, I'm pumped. Listen, I don't care if we're 1-2. I don't care if the Falcons are 2-1. I don't care if I have a little man crush on Arthur Smith's offense. And I don't care if I would run the exact same offense that the Falcons do. And I don't care if I even think that the Falcons are kind of a nice team, minus Desmond Ridder. But we're going to get to all that here in a second. Robbie Santos says, I'm glad y'all are making live shows. Finally made a live show. Raw Jeeb says, let's go, baby. Sludge Sports says, if we lose, I'm off this team. Okay, listen, Sludge, that's fine. Don't watch the Jags game, but at least come back and watch the live shows. Volkfang says, what's up, fellas? What up, Volkfang? So Florida says, Duval. That's right, baby. Raw Jeeves also says, I would love a nice 2-0 run in London. That would flip the script. Ron Beedry, who is one of my favorite commenters, says, yo, Jags, I haven't watched any Jaguar programs all week. That's what happens when they lose. I don't even want to watch any football-related stuff except for Jason, of course. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we had a show Tuesday night where we broke down the film, and to be honest, I thought it was the comments were amazing. I was like every morning. I don't know what it is about people watching the shows and commenting, but I always wake up to a bunch of comments. Like they don't post them at night, and then somehow between when I sleep and when I wake up, there's a bunch of comments, and they're always like, "Oh, dude, I love the show." Thank you. I appreciate the comments. You guys have been so kind to me this year. Like, not that you have been mean in the past, but it's just you guys have just been really kind this year to me. So I appreciate that. I mean, I'm blushing a little bit, I got to say. Alvin Jackson says, let's go. He says the amount of Hutch regret going around Twitter is, honestly, Volkfang, it's pathetic, dude. Okay, I'm just going to take a moment here. Listen, and if this makes you not want to watch my show, I don't care. But if I hear another person say we should have taken Aiden Hutchinson. No shit, dude. No shit. We don't have Aiden Hutchinson. We have Trevon Walker. So let's keep focusing on the past that we can't change. When has that ever served you well in life? To focus on the past, something that you can't change. Let's keep talking about how we should have taken Aiden Hutchinson. Well, Jason, Trent Baalke needs to take responsibility. Okay, cool. He takes responsibility, then what? Trevon Walker's still on the team. He's still on the freaking team. So can we relax on the Aiden Hutchinson talk for a second? I mean, good Lord. We're 3 weeks into season 2. Oh, but number 1 overall picks are supposed to be good right away. Sweet. Guess what? Trevon Walker's still on our team. Like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know, man. Some of you guys are always like, oh, I'm depressed about the Jags. Well, I see why. You're harping on the past. We're getting a little hyped up here early, boy. I got to calm down. Listen, if you want to talk about Aiden Hutchinson and Trevon Walker, be my guest. But, I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we going to do about it now? Oh, what are we going to do about it now? He's on the team. Do you want to offer a trade to the Lions for Aiden Hutchinson? Rico says, what's up? Ron Beedry says, it's Friday, baby. Sharney, channel member Sharney42 says, I won't miss a 4th in a row. He says, I'm surprised by the absolute wave of Hutch regret right now. Sludge Sports says, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Honestly, I had a pretty good week. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling pretty good about tonight's show. I swear there's film. I know I've been talking for forever, but I swear there's film. Corey T. We love Corey T. He says, London is going to help us right the ship. Easy 2 wins and Chazon with 3 sacks. And we got Chazon talk already. And that's how you know we're having a good time. Hashem, what up, Hash? I hope you and the family are doing well. Hashem says, let's go. All right. Sharney says we got to win in the trenches. Same as my Razorbacks tomorrow. Oh, man. I don't even know who the Razorbacks are playing tomorrow. I do know you're a Razorbacks fan. We do have a little bit of action on the Utah game tonight. We're kind of hoping Utah covers that 4-point spread. I don't know how Utah's ranked higher. I mean, I know they're on the road against Oregon State, but I feel like that's easy money. I mean, the Lions were easy money against Green Bay. That was the easiest money I ever made in my life on Thursday. Alvin Jackson says, let's go. Washington State Jags fan. Oh, God, I lost the comment. The comments are coming in hot, boys. So, he says, hoping for a good win this week. Me too, Washington State. Guy says, who's going to be the first team to go 0-1 in Andy's? You know, I thought about actually watching the game on the animated version, but I can't do it. The fact that I'm even going to wake up in time for this freaking game on Sunday. Callie Jack says, I was too pissed off to watch the show. Sorry, brother. Callie, I don't blame you. You're always here. Come on, I can count on you to be here. You don't have to apologize to me. Robbie Santos says, what do you specifically love? Okay, what do you specifically love about Arthur Smith's offense? What would you copy if you were in? Here's what I freaking love. Great transition. We're going to go straight to the O film here. Here, I'll show you right now. All right, so look. I freaking love the pistol offense. I don't know I don't know why it had this brief little run in the NFL. The 49ers, when they make their run, they run the pistol a lot. I love the pistol. So here you're going to see, and Desmond Ritter's holding them back. I mean, there's no bottom line about it. And like, if they would have made a trade, I know they were talking, like there was rumors about Lamar Jackson going to the Falcons. If that would have happened, I don't know, man. Because this Falcons team's kind of nice, bro. Like when we look at their roster on PFF in a second, like, it's kind of a nice Jesse Bates, Calais Campbell. We obviously all know about Kyle Pitts. Drake London's really good. The rookie running back out of Texas, who the whole show's like centered around him, but now I can't remember his name. And you guys are going to be mad at me. Bijan Robinson, Chris Lindstrom, Jake Matthews, Tyler Algier. This is a solid squad. This is a solid freaking squad. Mac Hollins. Desmond Ritter's their lowest rated player. Look at this. He's terrible. And then look at their defense. Defensive grades. Jesse Bates, Grady Jarrett, AJ Terrell, Calais Campbell, Lorenzo Carter, who looks sexy in that Zeros jersey coming off the edge. I will just say that right now. D. Alford, Jeff Okuda, Mike Hughes, Bud Dupree, Trey Flowers. This team's actually kind of nice, bro. Like, if they had a quarterback, like, I know they didn't look good last week, but if they had a quarterback, they'd have something. All right. Back to what I'm trying to show you here. All right. This is what I like about the offense. They're in this empty set, or not empty set, but they're in this just this 10 personnel. 10 personnel. This is if you don't watch the show very often, the first number talks about the running backs. So there's 1 running back and then there's 0 tight ends. So 1 running back, 0 tight ends. And like this is because like if you watch like ESPN or Fox Sports, like they use these personnel terminology a lot now, which I like because I get it. But just to educate, they're an empty set. I love the pistol. Absolutely love the pistol set. But here's what I love about this play. They have Tyler Algier here in the backfield. And then look who comes in motion. Pre-snap, puts him off to this offset. Brings in motion. Bijan Robinson. If you have two good players, why not put them on the field at the same time? And they have other players that are good. Okay, that's fine. That's a good argument. But at least show some sets where you have them both on the field at the same time. Has Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne ever played on the same play? Why not? Why not run two running backs if they're two of your best players? Look at this. Let's go. Get it out to the side. I love the two running back set. Get out in space and block. Not even a huge gain, but just the fact that they run this two running back set, I absolutely love. I mean, Desmond Ridder is not great. And, relative to me, he's obviously really good. But, relative to other NFL quarterbacks, has something to be desired. But here you're going to see, lined up in just 10 personnel, and I know Kyle Pitts is lined up here, so technically it's 11 personnel. But Kyle Pitts is a lot like Evan Ingram. He's a wide receiver. Okay, so I'm going to call this 10-gun personnel, 2x2. I love it. Lions are showing too high right here, okay? So here you're going to see Desmond Ridder, he for everything that he gets knocked on, I mean, this is a nice throw here. I mean, let's go. Let's go. I mean, they're going to do this on the Jags. I mean, probably not on Tyson Campbell, but Darius Williams or Trey Herndon, they better be ready for this. I mean, they're going to try him on the sidelines. They're going to. So be ready for it. Be ready for it. I love the question was, how do I feel about why do I love their offense? This is what I love. I love the pistol set zone read. I would absolutely run this. I'd run this with Trevor. Look at this. You got a fullback or a blocking back. Again, I would use a running back that could get the ball. You have Bijan Robinson in the back. I mean, this is great. I love this because then look what you can do. You can neutralize Aiden Hutchinson. Look, this is how you neutralize an amazing player. You see Aiden Hutchinson and you say, okay, we're going to read him. Whatever he does, we are going the other direction. Okay, this is good football. Take a look here. Reads him there. See ya, buddy. You're fast, but not that fast. And again, doesn't get a huge gain. And I know people are like, oh, you didn't get that many yards. But this is how you neutralize a good player. I love that zone read right there. Another zone read right here. This is against the Packers. Okay, here they're in pistol. They're going to bring a guy in motion right here. Now, again, they got a nice when you run these plays, you freeze everybody on the defense. I mean, you got a guy coming in motion this way. You got a cross-blocking tight end. You got a running back coming this way. You have so many options on this play that these defenders that are this defender's responsible for this backside. He's responsible for here. They both have outside contained, so they can't come crashing down because of all of the threats that they have going on here. So basically, you're just freezing the defense. And then see ya. I mean, wouldn't want to be ya. I mean, that's hard to stop. That is hard to stop. That's what we call hat-on-hat football. I mean, you're accounting for every single player. You're making them commit to something. You're freezing everybody. You get a lead blocker out in space. That's it. That's it. I mean, I'll take that offense. I'm not going to lie. Let me get to some of these comments here. I'm a little backed up, boys. I'm sorry, but you guys are a little spicier today than usual. Matthew Cross says, we're still talking about yesterday when we can be talking about tomorrow's. Okay, this was back when I ranted about Hutchinson. Okay. Sharney says, I don't want to talk about Hutch, but the debate of Project Pick that first overall is definitely a combo for the future. Yeah, so Sharney, you're just saying you don't want Trent Baalke picking draft picks anymore. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not getting on to you for that. That's fair. And again, that's a conversation that you could have. 100 miles per hour. What up, 100 miles per hour? Says, we need a conversation about luxury picks when we don't even have pass rush. If we lose this game, I say just tank it. We can't tank. We have too much money tied up in this team and this contracts to tank. We can't. So Florida says, stop the run, make them throw, pass rush, please. Okay. So let's take a look at their PFF grades because you guys know me. I love PFF. I'm sorry. The grades don't tell the whole story. Duh, they don't tell the whole story because that's not how a team game works. But it tells us some of the story. All right. So Bijan Robinson has obviously been their best player. And that was picking him, was it 12th overall? Great pick. Absolutely great pick. I mean, don't take a running back that high. Okay, well, he's a pretty good player. Now, will he stay healthy and will he have longevity? I don't know. Chris Lindstrom is their second highest player at only a 73.7. So their grades as a total aren't incredibly high on offense. His run blocking grade has been pretty good because probably Bijan Robinson's good at making people miss. But his pass blocking grade is pretty abysmal at 53. And I was perusing the Falcons subreddit today. And a lot of people are not happy with the way Chris Lindstrom has played. And actually, I have, let's just show it. Let's just show the play right now. I like to just get things done when they're there. Here's where the Jags, Chris Lindstrom is supposedly this amazing guard. I haven't watched enough Falcons football to know if he is or not. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, break down his career trajectory. But on this play, he was pretty bad. So you're going to see him here. That's the wrong color. It's the PFF color. So here you're going to see him. Just an overpaid right guard. I mean, we know nothing about that, right? So here you're going to see him at right guard. And if this is what you're getting out of Chris Lindstrom, I think Adam Gotsis could get pressure on that. Watch this block. That's pretty bad. For a guy who's supposed to be the best at his position, and again, you could find one play where everybody plays bad. You can do that. We could cherry pick. That's easy to do. But I'm telling you, I watched all 3 games the Falcons have played, and Chris Lindstrom has not been that good. So hopefully our interior defensive line can get some pressure. Hopefully. We got 0 pressure on CJ Stroud, and you guys, if you haven't watched it yet and you were bitter, go back and watch the film breakdown from the Texans. I know some of you were hurt by the game and you were mad and upset, but I think on that show, the commenters and myself did a good job kind of seeing where the problems were, seeing what the issues were and maybe how to fix it. Got to get pressure. That's the NFL. You got to get pressure. And when you have a guard that's blocking this poorly right now, that's what you got to take advantage of. So, man, I'm way behind on these comments, boys. But keep them coming. Keep them coming. I swear. I'm gonna read them. Is it yours to run outside zone out of pistol instead of gun? I don't know if you necessarily have an advantage out of the pre-snap formation, Volkfang. I like pistol because you can't set your strength to where the back is, right? A lot of defensive coaches will say, okay, the back's on the right. So we're going to set our strength to the left because, coming across is typically what they want to do. I like the pistol. Now it does take maybe a fraction of a second more to get the back to the direction he's going. So that's the downside. But if you have a quick back or multiple backs like the Jags do, shouldn't be an issue. Sharney says, my only complaint about the Falcons offense is their lack of using Pitts. So it's not that they don't want to use Pitts. It's that they can't. It's literally they can't. They literally can't. I have is this the play here? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so Arthur Smith does a great job getting Kyle Pitts open here. Ritter just can't hit him. Listen, I love it. Great job. Gets in wide open, dude. So it's not the offense. This is a great play design. They caught the Lions in a terrible coverage. They ran Pitts from the backside, and Ritter just could not hit him. They got this is why I love the pistol, because you don't know where he's going to pass block from. Where are you going to set the pass block? And Bijan Robinson's been a pretty good pass blocking running back. So they're going to run Pitts on a backside post. They bought him enough time to get there. Great route. Great concept. You bought the time. And then just, just imagine being Kyle Pitts. Right here. This is the moment. This is the moment where he's like, bruh. He's like, dude, what more can I do, brother? I am wide open. So, again, I genuinely think this Falcons team is a quarterback away from being really good. Honestly. They should have made that move for Lamar. I obviously don't know the details, but I mean, you gotta find yourself a quarterback. I mean, your quarterback can't be your lowest rated player on PFF. I mean, I know we already kind of looked at it. We'll bring it up here again, but like, you cannot have Desmond Ridder as your lowest graded player. A 40.2 offensive rating. Not good, boys. Not good at all. Like, that's not what you want. That is not what you want at all. But, not everyone has the luxury of having Trevor Lawrence. DJM says, Jay Santan, good seeing you, DJM. Sharney says, hit the like button. The last video actually had a lot of likes. For some reason, I know people didn't want to watch the Texans film breakdown, but it had a lot of views. So appreciate that, guys. Maybe you guys are telling your friends, like I always say. XD Gamer says London win. 100 miles per hour says, yeah, Falcons are good. I think we lose. I'm not even gonna tell you. I have a group text with some big Jags fans, and it's some not good buddies. It's not like we have some secret society of Jags fans. It's just two good buddies that are we just grew up together and we're big Jags fans. There's a couple people in that chat that said we might lose to the Falcons. I'm not gonna say who, but a couple people did say that. We have to get to the quarterback, says XD Gamer. Duval TV, what up, Duval TV? Glad you're here. Has some sort of emoji there. I don't know what that is. Some sort of pink monster. DJM says, I wasn't able to catch the previous live, but I did watch it afterwards. But my solution, because I asked for solutions, thank you, would be to trade for Devontae Adams. He's miserable at Vegas. He wants to be with a top 10 quarterback and a head coach. I don't know if our receiver room has room for another guy. Zay Jones is injured. And I thought Zay Jones was playing outstanding before he got injured. Outstanding. But now that he is injured, what do we have in him? And Calvin Ridley's not going to say this, but he's been injured. I can tell by watching him play. He gets up slow. He's moving, he's limping around. And I know people, that's his pride's hurt. I don't think so. I think he's dealing with something, as is every NFL player. But I think he's dealing with something. And I'm not even worried about Calvin Ridley. I'm not worried about the Jags offense at all. I genuinely think the Falcons are a good team. And I'm taking crazy pills. They're a good team minus Desmond Ridder. And I know the quarterback's the most important position. But they're a good team. They got Calais Campbell. We were all bending over backwards trying to get Calais Campbell back here. We're trying to get the mayor back. And he's anchoring that D-line. They're not a bad team. They're really not. The Texans are a bad team. And they beat us by 20. So that's all I'm going to say. The Falcons are way better than the Texans. I guess that's my thesis here. Is the Falcons are better than the Texans. That's the bottom line. Big Kurt number 9, I like that name, says, I wish Trevor would scramble more. That honestly could be a tactic that would be useful. I agree with you there, Big Kurt. Sea Breacher says, we're paying a receiver so much we can't afford him. All right, now that Sea Breacher's gone, let's look at Sea Breachers. I want to look at this. Give me a second here to find it. I didn't Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, all right, let's take a look at this. I love this. This is Jags United memes, and honestly, these bring me a lot of joy. Let's look at his last one here. How United views Corey. Okay, well, first of all, Corey is the benefactor of this channel. Corey T, he commented earlier. None of this would have happened without Corey T. So I tell you this all the time. If you see Corey T in the chat, that is a celebrity. That is a freaking celebrity. This show would not exist without Corey T. He has funded this entire thing. So shout out to Corey T. How do I make this bigger? What do I do here? I don't know. I don't know, boys. I don't know what to do here. Maybe just shrink it to its actual size. Clavon Chazon released Jags United. So. He's not going to get released. United after Jesus is king. He's not allowed to donate here anymore. He's not. He's not. You can't defend Chazon anymore, Jaguars United. Do I sit here and spout off nonsense? Like, seriously. You guys know me long enough. Do I sit here and spout off nonsense? No, I don't. Everything I say on this show is close to real. Okay? Like I'm real, y'all are real. That's what makes this symbiotic relationship happen. I don't defend K'Lavon Chaisson because I have some weird affinity for him. It's because he's been unjustly attacked. He's not a bad football player. The bottom line is, if we don't re-sign him to a contract, he will get picked up by another team shortly after. It's not his fault he was drafted in the first round. Oh, I actually love this guy. I actually do love this guy a lot. He's hilarious. He is super funny. I hope to see him live one day. Well, I can't hear. I have no sound. I'm sorry. I don't know this meme. I love Timmy Devil. Don't know. I will take no Timmy Devil slander around here. Timmy Devil is like my boy. Like, I don't know who Timmy Devil is, but if I had like the angel and the devil on your shoulder, if I had a devil on my shoulder that was in my head, it would be freaking Timmy Devil. Screw you, Sea Breacher. No, that's it. No, I do not suck at CSGO. I do not suck at CSGO. I'm good at CSGO, all right? Don't give me that. Do not give me that right now. Chris Mason says release Zay. Raw Jeep says your nonsense makes sense. And Chris Mason says Jags United is a real one. And another team will get 4 sacks. K'Lavon will be on another team and he'll get 4 sacks in 4 years. If you're saying cut Zay, you're a clown. I'm not saying that, but yeah. All right, we're 30 minutes in, and I've shown no boys. I don't know what's happened to these shows. They're off the rails. They're completely off the rails. I have a bunch of film clips. I watched Falcons film for like 3 hours today, and I've shown like 4 clips. I don't know what to tell y'all. All right, I'm in the Falcons offense folder, so let's keep it here. All right, their center I think has the capacity to give up some sacks. I mean, he does a pretty poor job here. He's one of their lowest rated PFF players. I know the Lions are better than us, but take a look at their center here. Their center does a pretty bad job, like down blocking and holds and gives up a sack. So if we can get anything out of our nose tackle, maybe we can get a sack. I mean, I know Fatu Kasi's always on the injury report, and I know that we're always dealing with Devon Hamilton not playing. But one day when a true nose tackle is back, I think we have the ability to get some pressure on their center. All right, what else do we have? I'm scared they're going to do this, okay? Bijan Robinson's a great running back, but I think they're going to get him in space. I really like this play. I'm worried that Muma is going to be the starting linebacker. It's kind of fitting that Alex Anzalone makes the tackle here. But, like, I don't know if Muma has this talent, but this is the type of play they're going to run on us. And with Devin Lloyd out, Muma's going to have to make this type of play, and I've never seen Muma make this type of play. And, in fact, I think Bijan Robinson will probably take the ball for, like, 50 yards here. I mean, here's a bad throw from Desmond Ridder. This is against the Packers. I kind of seems like he gets hit at the point of release here, but just a really bad throw. And they end up beating the Packers, so it ended up, like, not mattering. But this was just a terrible throw. So maybe there's a chance that Cisco or Jenkins or Campbell can find a way to get a turnover here. This is deep in their own zone, a pretty bad throw. And let me just take a moment here. Like, Desmond Ridder throws the ball a lot deep in the middle of the field, actually. Like, I have it. Yeah, take a look here. I mean, look at where Desmond Ridder throws the ball. 6 times in the middle of the field, over 20 yards. I mean, that's my boy's looking for the middle of the field. So I hope like Cisco and Jenkins are good at showing cover 2 pre-snap and then rolling to like a cover 3 or a cover 1 where you have a middle of the field safety. I think that's what they're going to have to do here because he obviously likes to throw to the middle of the field. Middle of the field, and everyone likes to throw to the middle of the field, but these are kind of awkwardly high numbers for this deep. 3 of 8. You know what actually else is really interesting about this? Take a look at this. Look at his stats. Look at this. Look at when he's blitzed. He's all pro when he's blitzed. This is the second coming of Aaron Rodgers. Look at these grades. When he's kept clean, 45.5. Under pressure, 39.1. Not blitzed, 27.6. When blitzed, he turns into Tom Brady. I don't know what the deal is here. But Mike Caldwell, do not blitz Desmond Ridder. The man turns into a all-pro Hall of Fame quarterback when blitzed. Do not blitz him. Send 4. Send 3. You know what? Not blitz him. Like this is, I've never in my life seen something like this. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've watched football for a long time. I've never seen a quarterback who's, besides Aaron Rodgers, who's better when blitzed. Oh, man. Chris Mason says, this team. Sharney says, I'm repeating an earlier comment. I wanted your opinion, but I think our D-ends are good. I just think the one thing we could use is a really good inside push like Campbell in 2017. So, to be fair, I mean, I think we've had an injured Fatu Kasi, but we've been saying that since Fatu Kasi's been on the team. He's been injured the whole time he's been here. We haven't seen Devon Hamilton all season. I had really high expectations. If you go back and watch one of my videos from like over the summer, I talked about breakout players. I had a video, and I had Devon Hamilton on there. And I think Devon Hamilton is poised for a breakout season. He's got to get on the field. I know he's got like the infection or whatever, and he just got the big contract, and it just always sucks. It just always sucks for me when a player gets a huge contract and then doesn't play. It's like the classic mail it in once you get paid type thing. It just looks bad. And I like Devon Hamilton. One of my favorite Jaguars. He's like a guy of great character, great morals. But get on the best abilities available. Get on the field, man. And he wants to get on the field, but it just looks bad, man. Mumo's a poor man's Alex Anzalone. He needs to dye his hair blonde. No, that's not the answer, Chris. Debo says, I hope Calais hits 100 sacks against us. In that group chat I was referring to earlier, somebody, I'm not going to say who, he may look a lot like me, says Campbell's going to get 5 sacks this week. Josh L says, I trust Cisco in single high coverage. His range is incredible. He's going to get some opportunities. I agree. It was just like, he didn't play great in the Texans game. So I'm a little reserved because I would, before the Texans game, I thought he was looking outstanding, but didn't look good. Jeeves says he's dying. Chris Mason says bizarre. Sharney says, by the way, you're a real one reading comments with poor grammar and just correcting it in your head instead of calling it out. I'm a very poor typer. Sharney, I appreciate it, man. You know what? That might be the only thing that I have developed as a skill over the years because I'll be honest with you. Reading comments is very tough because, listen, I have a phone. I comment on things like the autocorrect, the fat thumbs. It's hard to, that's probably one thing that I have developed over the years doing this channel. But again, that's thanks to you guys, man. That's thanks to you guys. Reading with, in speech, in debate, they call it speaking extemporaneously. It's a big word for you, boys. Google that one, boys. Google that one. Get some education. Robert Adrett says, Josh and Walker on the left side would eat that line. We thought the same thing about the Texans, and they did the opposite. They did what we call absolutely nothing. All right, let's get to some more plays here. Let's get to the Texans defense here. What do you think about that? All right, so Here's what I think the Jags will be able to do, because I think this is what the Jags are good at. This is against the Lions. Like, the Jags are good at hitting this deep out, especially with Calvin Ridley. So I think if they can just kind of game plan this with Ridley and Trevor, like, it'll work out. Look, the Jags love this tight formation. You guys know that. They love their 2 tight end sets. They love their 12 personnel tight formation, playing with a third of the field. You know Press Taylor loves doing that. So if they can buy themselves enough time, the Falcons, look at this, man. This is some big balls defense right here. You're manned up at the line of scrimmage, tight end, manned up here. This is big boy football right here. This is where it doesn't pay off, though. You go in motion, buy some time on a play action, slam on the brakes. This is a Calvin Ridley play. This is a Calvin Ridley play written all over it. Like, this is what Calvin Ridley should be able to do all game against the Falcons. And I like Jesse Bates, and I like their defense. But these are the types of plays the Jags are going to have to do. I stumbled upon this in the Panthers game, and like, if you notice, there's not a lot of clips from the Panthers game. The Panthers game was really weird to watch. Like, I was super uncomfortable watching this game, and the Falcons won, but it was like, I think it was week 1. So it was Bryce Young's first game, Desmond Ritter's first game as a starter. It was just really uncomfortable. They both were really uncomfortable. I did not like it. I was uneasy the entire time watching this entire game. And so keep in mind, because we like to keep things in proper perspective around here, this is week 1. So this could be something that the Falcons have ironed out and fixed, but I have no clue what the Falcons are doing here on defense, like, at all. And like, I pride myself on like actually kind of knowing what people are doing on defense. I've coached defense for most of my life. I don't really know what's happening here. Like, if we count the bodies on the line of scrimmage, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't mean 6 are coming, but like, you have 6 on the line of scrimmage. And for a team that's in a pistol set, that's a lot of guys. Then you have 2 linebackers that are pretty much in the A gaps. Like, the A gap is like here and here. So maybe this is head up on a center, but this is definitely an A gap for sure. So they're definitely cheating like an inside run. Something, somewhere, someone told the Falcons they're running the ball like in the B gaps, in the A gaps here. They are showing a cover 3. This is pretty obviously a cover 3 here, because you have deep thirds. You have to be. But then look what happens at the snap. They just send the safety. Like, I don't know what this is at all. Like if the Panthers ran play action here, the Falcons would be just in an absolute mess. And so, again, this is week 1. Maybe they fixed it. But the Jags better run a bunch of play action, because like a wheel, a zig, a release here, and you're going for a touchdown. Like, I don't know what the Falcons defense, and I like the Falcons defense, I like the players, but like, I don't know what this is. Really weird. I don't know if they got the wrong call here. I don't know if Jesse Bates is just like him, and he just knew they were running the ball. That play was weird. The Jags better run some play action. Like, play action could potentially kill this Falcons defense. Chris Mason says, donut. Whole Jaguars defense, donut, boys. Rajiv says, pro streamer. They need to put them on the same side, says Robert Adzert. See, Richard, if you had to bet your house on a team to win the AFC South, who would you pick? I'd pick the Jags still. I'd pick the Jags. Now, the Colts are better than people think, and the Texans will be good, I think, in the next couple years. I think the Jags win it this year. Like, I do. I legitimately do. The Jags are like inches away from being 3-0. And, you know, cut it, slice it, dice it any way you want. Like, they are. They're just not clicking right now. We saw the team not click at the beginning of the year last year. Think back to 2017. What did it take? It took like 10 weeks for the team to start clicking. That happens sometimes. That happens. Like, stay healthy, click. We're fine. We're the best team in the AFC South. Not a question in my mind. Sharney says, if you had an FU money, what's the silly thing that you'd do? I'd commission a ship built like some historic boats. That's an interesting question. If I had FU money, what's the silly thing I would do? I would buy a sports franchise. Is that silly? And then maybe it's like what are these guys doing? Like the Wrexham FC, something like that. Because I think I would be a great owner of a sports team. Because I would be the owner GM. I'd be Jerry Jones. I'd be the owner and the GM. I'd probably even try to coach a little bit. I don't care. I might run for public office. I might run for mayor if I had that kind of money. Because I think that solving the world's problems is not that difficult. And we just have a bunch of people. Almost used a word there I shouldn't have. I think we have. Listen, I'm not going to go on a political rant, but it's not that complicated. It's not. What's complicated is getting funding, I guess, from these major super PACs. But solving the political issues is not that difficult. It's really not. That's all I'm going to say about that. Josh versus right tackle, Walker right guard, Fatu Kasi inside the left guard, and Roy on the left tackle. We need to see a little bit more about Roy Robertson Harris. I was gassing him up at the end of last year, and he has been disappointing this year. He's done really nothing. Fatu Kasi's done nothing. Devon Hamilton hasn't played. So whoever said earlier we need the interior pass rush to be better, I think is spot on. We're dumping on Travon Walker when we're not doing anything on the interior. You had 4 backups playing in the Texans game. I'm not going to harp on that, but good Lord. Those INTs are killer zombies. I'd buy an XFL or a USFL team. Well, Chris, they're merging, so it's the same thing. Trent says, hell yeah, I bet you could do that. And hey, be a Jerry Jones, former Razorback. Listen, I've said this a million times. If I was the head coach, and you're seeing this more now, I'm calling the plays. Whether it's offense or defense, I'm calling the plays on one of the sides. Listen, if I'm going to get fired from being a head coach, I'm not going to leave it up to some jabroni offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator calling plays. Are you kidding me? Hey, coach, we're letting you go. You couldn't score points. Oh, well, thank God I let that freaking schmuck call plays for me. What? Am I taking crazy pills here? Your job's on the line. You got to your job. You got your job because of your ability to either score points or stop the other team from scoring points. And now you want to be someone who's the CEO who manages the game. Get out of here, dude. Doug Peterson, what are you doing? Oh, that's how Andy Reid did it. Well, sweet. You're not Andy Reid. What happened to Malcolm Brown? Good question, dude. I'd give it all to a new football league or put it to a contribution box. Oh, you're such a philanthropist, Chris Mason. I don't know, man. How do you live with yourself with that much philanthropy just pouring out of your veins? Callie Jags says, we need Roy Robertson Harris to get us half a sack to cash in $500. Man, Callie Jag is he a degenerate like me? We got the Utah game going on. I haven't even checked the score yet. Don't tell me the score of the Utah game. You can tell me. I don't care. Ron Beedry says, any kind of password would be some kind of pass rush. Walker dominated on the interior at Georgia. He kills guards. Go Dogs. I said, if you go back and again, no one ever does, so I don't know why I keep saying this, but if one of you are just bored one day and you want to just go back through the archives of Jaguars United videos, you can go back and watch my Travon Walker film breakdown, and I mentioned before he even took a single snap with Jacksonville, I was like, I'd play him on the D-line. Commission Thunder the Barbarian. I would buy $1 million CSGO skin. All right, boys. Listen. Let me just see if I have more plays. I don't know. I'm gonna play them out here. I do like the way the Falcons pursue the ball. This was in the Packers game. I mean, this is some good run pursuit. So if the Jags try to get some sort of cheese to the edge with ETN, or Agnew, who God knows if he's going to play or not, the Falcons actually pursue the ball really well. They do. Here they are on third down, stuffing the run against the Lions. Look at Calais Campbell. He's going to start here, but I think he shifts, I think. Yeah, he does. I knew it. I knew it, boys. Shifts into that inside shoulder of the tackle. Look at Calais Campbell. Let's go. I'm telling you, man, the Falcons are not a bad team. I don't know, boys. I don't know, boy. I have a better feeling about the Bills than I do the Falcons. Is that weird? I don't know. Any kind of pass rush would be fine with me because we don't have any right now. Hire Goku as quarterback. Boys, what are we doing? What are we doing at this point? Sharney says, the more I feel Balky is letting us down, the more I think Meyer was a hell of a drafter. Chris Mason says, the Lions squeezed all the cheese out of the Packers. That was easy money last night. Easy money. What was the line? 2 points? Get the freak out of here. Debo says, I honestly think that Aiden just didn't want to go to Jacksonville. Debo, thank you for saying that. He's born and raised in Michigan. It just doesn't make sense for us to pass on him. Thank you for saying that, Debo. I don't think people, and you can say, it doesn't matter, draft him anyways. If you're a GM and your job's on the line, are you really going to draft a guy that's I don't want to go to your team? Because I feel like that's what Aiden Hutchinson probably said to Trent Baalke. Seriously. I'm good. Please don't draft me. If you're Trent Baalke, and this is a little thought experiment, a little hypothetical thought experiment, and tell me what you do. If you're Trent Baalke and you're interviewing these players, and you're like, hey, Aiden, what's good? How's life? And he says, Trent, with all due respect, I respect you. I respect the Jaguars, but please don't draft me. I do not want to play for the Jaguars. Would you still draft him? I don't think I would. Now, I'm not saying would you draft Trevon Walker. That's not the question. The question is, if Aiden Hutchinson looked you in the eyeball, man to man, and said, please don't draft me, would you still draft him? Because you got to think about that second contract. If he is the guy, he's not signing with you. I think Debo brings up a great point here. And all these people that are like, oh, we should draft. Well, imagine sitting across from a guy that says, please don't draft me. Not saying that's what happened, but hypothetically, what would you do? I probably wouldn't draft him. I don't think I would have taken Trevon. And I like Trevon. And I'm still holding out hope. But if man-to-man this guy was like, please don't draft me, I probably wouldn't. Sea Breacher says, start a CSGO channel. Well, Sea Breacher, I have a Twitch channel, which I'm actually going to jump on in about 2 minutes when I end this show. Actually, I think I'm going to play some Rust. I've been itching to play some Rust. I'm not going to lie. We need to make a splash at 100 miles per hour. Debo says, before the draft, the Detroit Tigers literally honored him like he was a generational talent, but he's not. He's just a good pass rusher. I'd probably pass on him, says Cali Jag. Hutch is so elite. Everyone in Jack's mad they didn't take him. Sharney says he would draft him, but that's because I'm a contrarian. Well, Sharney, if you're a contrarian, I already like you. That means I also am a contrarian. Chris Mason says, I'd draft him. Don't care where he wants to play. Sharney says, I'd be like the F you think you are. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's different here from that position. I don't know. Chris Mason says he can keep his heart in Detroit, but his ass belongs in Jacksonville. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. All right, but that's gonna end it for me tonight. I had a fun time, man. I always have a fun time with you guys. Like I love. This is great. This is so much fun. Thank you for everyone that was here. I had a good time. I'm actually gonna jump on my Twitch channel. The Twitch channel is in the link below. I like the Twitch just because I have a little more freedom to kind of just, not be so. A lot of people watch these these shows like on VOD, so I have to be like organized and regimented and systematic. On Twitch, check it out. It's more a honest conversation. So go ahead and check it out. If you don't know what Twitch is, I don't know. Get with it. I don't know. Thank you to everyone that was here. The channel members especially. I mean, Sharny, Sea Breacher. We had a bunch of channel members in here tonight. And it was a good. Volkfang was here. Great Nolly Full Cab. It was a great show. I mean, everyone else that was here, I appreciate it. Callie Jags says next time you want pre-workout, Jason. We'll see what we can do. He puts his anime makeup. Stop it, Lonesome. Stop it. All right, I'm out of here. Hey, listen, I had a great time. Seriously, thank you guys for talking Jags with me. I had a freaking great time. Listen, let's go Jags, baby. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Hopefully I'm awake. Just kidding, I'll be awake. But I will see you guys on Tuesday. Unless there's something weird happening, and then I'll put it out on Twitter and Instagram, so make sure you're following those. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. Had a great time. Don't want to skip over this. I do love you guys. Seriously. Thank you. I will see you guys on Tuesday. And until then, go Jags.